Hey guys, this is Mike from Fright. Today I wanted to do a special review of the Blumhouse slasher Happy Death Day. This is a special request review from GV1401 over on Twitter. So if you guys are looking to contact me. Yeah, Twitter's fine. Facebook's a bit better. Frightflix on Facebook. But also to get it out of the way real quick, yes, I will be covering Scream Season 3 Killer Theories this year. Very excited about that. I think it's coming up in March. But anyway, Blumhouse's Happy Death Day. Now, this is a movie that I was excited about when I heard about it because I love 80s slashers. Like, those are basically my bread and butter. Specifically ones like Happy Birthday to Me sprung to mind when I saw all the stuff for this movie. I love the babyface mask and the twist on the slasher, which is like basically taking the plot of something like Groundhog Day and putting it into a slasher environment, which is, I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody knows the plot of this movie, but just in case you don't, it involves a girl who basically she keeps waking up every single day in the same dorm room, and every day she gets murdered by someone in a babyface mask. Pretty cool. With like a hoodie, stuff like that. And every time she gets killed, she wakes back up, yada yada yada. We go through the whole thing again. Now this could get monotonous. It doesn't. Like, I was really looking forward to the movie, like I was saying, until I saw that it was rated PG-13, and then I was like, PG-13 slasher, because, as I've said before, and I'll say it again, if there's really any genre out there of horror that kind of like, quote-unquote, needs to be rated R, it's the slasher, because how, like, a slasher basically lives and dies, or on, some blood and gore, some TNA, if I could be a little bit gross and immature right now, but still. And so that can't really happen in PG-13, so what's the point? However, I used to be somebody who was kind of against PG-13 horror until Sam Raimi's Drag Me to Hell came out, and I was like, nope, we're all good. Like, horror can be awesome in PG-13. I won't naturally hate on a movie if it's rated PG-13, unless it's a slasher. However, after seeing Happy Death Day, I take that back. Not that I'll be overly nice to a PG-13 slasher, but this movie totally proved that a PG-13 slasher can still be a whole hell of a lot of fun. And that's the thing about this movie, is it's a whole hell of a lot of fun. Like I was saying a little bit earlier, it could get really monotonous by just jumping back to the beginning, like after every death. It doesn't. Like, they always keep it fun and interesting, and her character evolves in a really cool arc throughout it, and it's surprisingly really funny. Like, I don't remember if it was ever necessarily laugh out loud funny, but it was funny. And if you guys enjoyed the first season of Scream Queens, I really think you're going to enjoy this too, because, I mean, first season of Scream Queens was basically a PG-13 slasher too. Same with Scream on MTV. These are PG-13 for the most part. So, if you like that, I mean, I see no reason you won't like Happy Death Day. One of the cool things about it is that it, like most good slashers, it's a whodunit on top of all of that. And the whodunit is, it's interesting. I do think, because I checked the running time, it was about halfway through the movie where they had basically made the mistake, I guess you could call it, of eliminating all of their suspects other than 2 by halfway through. So that was kind of a whatever. But I mean, all of us here are really good at guessing the slashers, hidden slashers in movies, so whatever. I hadn't necessarily guessed it until that point. But to be truthful, and I'm not going to go into specifics here because I don't want to feel like I'm name calling or anything, name dropping or anything, but I kind of, like, my bets were all on a certain character from the very beginning, for no other reason than I have a personal connection to that actor slash actress. So when I heard about the movie, again, I was really excited about it because I was like, oh, blah, 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 in the movie. So when I started watching it, I was like, please let him, her, be the killer, because that would be really cool. And sure enough, so that was a little bit of a bit of bias on my point, but I can't really say any much more because I want this to kind of be spoiler free, because what fun would it be if I took that away from you guys. But anyway, so the mystery is good, I guess, but like I said, it's not like I had prior knowledge, like this person told me that they played the killer or whatever. But see, I gotta be careful here. Anyway, so I guess it's a pretty good mystery, but I was locked in to one person the whole time, so I was like, like studying to be like, okay, in or out, or yes or no, or blah, 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 blah. And it just so happened that all the way through, all the check boxes lean towards a certain person. But enough of that. Anyway, so overall, yes, I really enjoyed Happy Death Day. Like, it is slick as shit, like, directed, with one of my favorite bits being our heroine gets, like, knocked upside the head with a baseball bat. And the thing is, she always wakes up in some dude's bed in a dorm room and has to walk of shame or whatever. Anyway, so she gets hit upside the head with a baseball bat, and so it's like, and as she's falling, it turns into her hitting the bed, and waking up. Very slick. But the movie's filled with stuff like that, and it's a lot bigger in scope than I thought it was going to be, with, like, well, if you've seen the trailer, I guess I'm not ruining anything, but, like, exploding cop cars and this really cool sequence in, like, a bell tower. Really, and the deaths are the deaths creative? I just know that there's one involving a bong that I thought was pretty creative. But anyway, yeah, overall, I ended up really enjoying Happy Death Day. I know you will too if you just give it a try. And so anyway, totally gets a recommend from this guy, Mike, here on Fright Flicks. And like I said, I will be back for Killer Theories on Scream Season 3. Come March is when it's supposed to come out. So I'll be back for that. And until then, I haven't been updating here much because I work for both Arrow in the Head and Dread Central nowadays. And in the description below, you can find links to all my articles over on those sites. So make sure to share the love, comment me over there, stuff like that, and always send recommendations for reviews, things like that, to me. Frightflix on Facebook is probably the best way to get a hold of me. So anyway, this was for GV1401, and I will see you guys later with more reviews, trailer reactions, stuff like that here on Frightflix. Later on, guys.